Yeah, from a payment perspective, we see as a main strategic topics over the next time or quarters and years. On the one hand side, the shift from B2B into the B2C payment space for large corporates, enterprises. So what does that mean? We saw many companies over the last years focusing purely on B2B payments, coming from a perspective that they were selling their goods via retailers and they were producing them and they had only B2B payment traffic. So now, especially during COVID-19 time, they realized due to lockdowns that they have to change their business models into more e-commerce or own e-commerce stores where they are selling their products now via e-commerce or Facebook or whatever kinds of channels. And that creates for them a new business stream, a new payment streams that they are getting from their B2C customers. And this means at the end that the whole payment solution they have today as an organization has to get adopted to their new B2C world. As another key driver, we see the overall topic real-time payments. So what this topic is since a while in the market, everybody is discussing on it, but no one has really clear view what are the use cases for it. What do we see? We see this use case is coming piece by piece into the organization, and we see us as a technology provider offering our customers a solution where they can process the classical way, file-based transactions, I would say, but we are also able to handle an invoice that is coming into an organization in real time, matching it in real time, paying it in real time, receiving the statement information from the bank in real time. And so work in parallel in a hybrid way where we say we have file-based processing and we have real-time transaction-based processing. A third topic where we clearly see a focus is what we call payment as a service. So the requirements from organization is to grow one central payment platform into a global organization. What does that mean? This organization has to adapt to new payment formats, has to adapt to new banks, has to connect to new banks, to adapt to new alternative payment methods, I would say. And we see our solution here clearly positioned where we offer the customized solution where they focus on the business process and we focus for them on the format handling, on the data enrichment handling, on bank communication handling. So we are taking care for the customer on those pieces. A huge topic since years, I would say, is the overall fraud prevention compliance environment. So where we see that organizations, besides the offerings from the banks, where the banks are doing for them a fraud screening on payments, that the organization want to have or require an own, I would say, monitoring process where they can see based on transaction, based on user approvals, based on amounts, could that be a fraudulent payment or not? Could that be a payment where there's a risk? And is this a process where we have a risk to flag those things and let those payments go through an approval process with additional approvers, I would say. On the compliance side, there's for sure the topic on beneficiary whitelisting, on blacklisting, sanction screening, so all of that is coming into the payment space in play. And on top of that is if you see a global payment platform, you have to deal with classical banks, with SWIFT, and in the future as well with payment service providers, with those PayPals in the world, with credit card companies, to collect all information in one central place and send from one central place into the world.